What's up, SNL fans? SNL boss confirms big cast changes coming for season 51. Saturday Night Live has always been about change. From the very beginning in 1975, the legendary sketch comedy show has thrived on bringing in new voices, new performers, and fresh ideas to keep it alive for nearly half a century. But now, after the historic celebration of its 50th season, SNL is heading into one of its most pivotal transitions yet. Lorne Michaels, the show's longtime creator and executive producer, has officially confirmed that major cast changes are coming for season 51. So what does this mean for the future of SNL? Why now, and who might be leaving? Let's break it all down. A stable 50th season by design. Season 50 of Saturday Night Live wasn't just another year. It was a milestone moment for the show and for comedy as a whole. Michaels made it very clear that stability was the goal during this landmark season. He deliberately kept the cast intact, avoiding the usual reshuffling of performers that fans have come to expect every summer. Why? Because he didn't want any distractions from the 50th anniversary celebrations, or from the political comedy that was central to an election year. In an interview with Puck News, Michaels explained, "I wanted people coming back and being part of the 50th season. So when Kate McKinnon hosted, Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph came back for it. And that meant there couldn't be those kinds of disruptions to the cast, or anything that was going to take the focus off the 50th season. And we had an election." This strategy paid off. Season 50 wasn't about dramatic cast exits, it was about legacy. Fans saw iconic alumni like Kate McKinnon, Kristen Wiig, and Maya Rudolph return, creating a direct bridge between the old and the new. And the 50th anniversary special in February was a cultural event in its own right. A special concert at Radio City Music Hall, multiple tribute documentaries, and even 31 Emmy nominations gave the show the kind of attention usually reserved for the Oscars or the Grammys. It was a celebration of history, but also a moment of pause. And now, that pause is ending. Big changes coming in season 51. When asked whether he felt pressure to reinvent the show after such a massive milestone, Michaels didn't hesitate. "Yeah, for sure. It'll be announced in a week or so." That statement is huge. It means that not only are cast changes coming, but they're going to be significant. Historically, SNL has always worked in cycles. A cast member spends a few years building their skills, grows into a breakout star, and eventually moves on to new projects. It's a system that gave us legends like Eddie Murphy, Tina Fey, Will Ferrell, Bill Hader, Kristen Wiig, and so many more. But the last couple of seasons have been unusually stable. Now, Michaels is ready to return to tradition, letting veterans go while making room for fresh talent. Who might be leaving? While Michaels hasn't confirmed names yet, it's safe to assume that several long-serving cast members may be on their way out. Historically, performers who've been on the show for 7 or 8 seasons often begin to move toward film, TV, or stand-up full-time. That means fans should prepare for the possibility that some of their favorite players could be saying goodbye. While it's always bittersweet, this process is what has kept SNL fresh for nearly 50 years. At the same time, James Austin Johnson, who has become the definitive Donald Trump impressionist for the show, is expected to stay on. With the 2024 election cycle heating up, Johnson's political sketches are simply too important for the show's satire to lose right now. New blood on the horizon. To replace those who may be leaving, auditions have already been held in Studio 8H. Michaels followed his usual process, traveling to comedy hotspots in Los Angeles and Chicago to scout talent, while also broadening his search internationally. In fact, Michaels spent part of this summer in London, working on the upcoming UK version of Saturday Night Live. That move suggests the possibility of more international influence on the American cast, which could give season 51 a fresh flavor and expand the show's comedic voice. Lorne Michaels, still in charge, but delegating more. One interesting development is that Michaels has been quietly shifting how decisions are made behind the scenes. While he still has final authority, he revealed that more of his team is involved in casting and production choices than in the past. This doesn't mean Michaels is stepping back completely. After all, SNL is often seen as synonymous with his vision. But it does hint at a possible transition in leadership down the line, something fans and industry insiders have speculated about for years. At 80 years old, Michaels has said he plans to stay with the show at least until its 50th season. Now that the milestone has passed, the question of succession looms larger than ever. These cast changes might be part of preparing SNL for a future beyond Michaels himself. Why cast changes matter? For casual fans, cast reshuffling might seem like a minor detail. But in reality, these changes shape the entire identity of Saturday Night Live. Think about it. The 1970s were defined by Chevy Chase and Gilda Radner. The 1990s belonged to Adam Sandler, Chris Farley, and Molly Shannon. The 2000s brought us Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, and Will Forte. Each generation of cast members doesn't just perform sketches, they define the comedic voice of the show for years at a time. The performers hired in 2024 could become the comedy superstars of the 2030s. That's why this moment is so exciting. After a season dedicated to honoring the past, SNL is now pivoting hard toward the future. Looking ahead to season 51. The new season is scheduled to premiere on October 4, 2025. That gives the production team just enough time to integrate new performers, write material that balances the old and new, and prepare for what is guaranteed to be a politically charged season. With the presidential election underway, SNL will once again play a central role in shaping how pop culture processes the candidates, debates, and controversies of 2024. Michaels knows this, and it's part of why keeping James Austin Johnson's Trump impression is so crucial. But beyond politics, season 51 is about renewal. It's about finding the next generation of comedy icons who will carry the show into its sixth decade. For fans of Saturday Night Live, cast changes can be emotional. We grow attached to performers, laugh at their characters, and watch them grow over the years. Saying goodbye is never easy. But it's also part of what makes SNL special. The show isn't static, it evolves. Every era feels different because it is different. And that's why it has lasted longer than almost any other show in television history. Lorne Michaels summed it up perfectly. The 50th season was about stability, history, and legacy. The 51st season will be about change, reinvention, and the future. So get ready, because when Saturday Night Live returns this October, it won't just be another season, it will be the beginning of a brand new chapter in comedy history. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into TV and pop culture, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep laughing and we'll see you in the next one.